Hey, what's up, guys? This is Minju with Whale BJJ, and it's a huge honor for me today to be sharing the mat with a third degree black belt, or almost a black belt because his name is Brock, Professor Brock Stone. And yeah, so this is a very cool occasion because we're actually going to be doing what we call the Tiny Mat Masterclass Series, where we talk to awesome coaches and professors from all over the lower mainland here in BC, and then pick their brain on one specific subject, techniques, concept that they would love to teach and share with you guys. So today, yeah, you know what? Let's talk about what you want to show in your masterclass, and then we can kind of give people a little taste of what this is going to look like.
Sure. So I thought a good topic would be guard passing. So it's something that I've personally spent a lot of time trying to understand better. And through teaching students over the last 15 years, I see a lot of mistakes that are being made. So I'd like to approach this, maybe just today we can look at a new beginner student, some of the common pitfalls that they make, and maybe someone more advanced.
Okay, yeah, cool.
So,
because this is a great topic, because I think for people who's been doing jiu-jitsu, whether beginner or somebody who's been doing it for a long time, right? Passing guard, it always tends to be something that people have trouble with, no matter what your level is, right? With different types of problems that people encounter, right? So I think for beginners, from what I see, right? I think for beginners, it's usually they don't even know where to start. It's just kind of like spam random things, right? Random movements and like trying to dart in and out or whatever, right? Then they never get anywhere. So is that the type of common?
Yeah, I agree. They don't really have a game plan at all. So, if I borrow you, we can take a look. Usually what I see is when they're in this range, they'll just kind of walk in like this. And I don't have good posture right now. I'm allowing you to set grips on me, right? So you can start making grips on my sleeve, on my collar. Exactly. And then now I'm falling right into your game. If we were standing, we wouldn't do that. So we shouldn't do that when when you're passing someone who's seated. So, just a couple things you can do to kind of clean up your entry is making sure you've got good posture. So my spine's not rounded like this. I've got a good neutral spine like this, and I'm looking to first engage and not let you get a grip, right? So I don't want to be too far where you can stand up, but I have to be close enough. And usually my first point of contact is going to be with your hands, right? I want to stop you from making a grip on me. So yeah, if you're reaching, I can kind of stop here, and then I can set a grip, okay? And I don't want to stay right in front of your feet. I want to start to use footwork to create angles. So see, immediately when I can get outside the line of your feet, you're now in a bad spot right off the bat. And I can start looking to pressure in and close the space like this. So even just having some basic principles like, keeping your spine here, hand fighting first, looking to establish a grip, and using footwork is really going to go a long way, just setting you up in a good position from the start.
Okay. So from what I'm hearing, because that is pretty amazing there, right? Because again, I think beginners need to have like objectives, they like very simple objectives that they want to accomplish, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you just demonstrated like three things that they should look for, right? So first of all, control the hands, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then second of all, keep your posture, right? And then third of all, angle to the side. So this way you can be at a more dominant angle, right?
That's correct. Yeah. And then if we look more like at an advanced level, some of the things they'll see. Let's take the example of reverse de la Hiva.
Right.
So, let's face the camera. So, I may have the idea that I want to pressure, and maybe I was trying to start the guard passing game, but you were able to get me in reverse de la Hiva. Now, if I just kept pressuring here, right, this is going to feed into exactly what you want. Exactly. You can start looking at back attacks. So I have to understand each position and know that, okay, if I'm here, right, I don't want to let my leg get underhooked and you to get underneath. So maybe pressuring in isn't the right idea. I want to, again, get a good base here, bring my leg back, start to straighten this leg. You can see how that'll clear your hook. So if I come here, I can use this hand and start to pass your legs in front. So again, that principle of not letting your legs point towards me, I can get on the outside here. Another thing I picked up is look at this space here with my hand. If I stayed here and I pushed against you, you could probably throw a lasso hook on me, right? And then now I have to pass this guard. Instead, if we go back to reverse de la Riva, if I come here and I connect my head to my hand here, see how that space is gone? So if I'm able to get to here, this is going to be a lot harder for you to get back to a guard, and I can take my time here. So just move around a little bit. Feel how it's kind of draining for you to stay in this position. And from here, it's going to be easy for me to now find a way past.
Oh man, yeah, I know. I was already getting tired just from carrying your weight. Yeah, because that's great, because that was like the next question I was going to ask. You already answered it, right? Because I think for a lot of more experienced people, it's almost like the frustration comes when you're like, hey, I'm almost past guard, like maybe you're 90% there, right? And then as you said, they throw in like a lasso hook.
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever,
just a little distance issue or something like that.
Yeah.
Or gripping issue. Yeah.
So what would you say are the most important things for the advanced players then, if we were to summarize? How do you prevent like going all the way back to step one, but being able to like, let's say if you're almost past the guard, instead of like going all the way back to step one when they defend, then but you only backtrack a little bit so you can move forward again. I mean, what are some of these
A universal principle for passing? I would say making the person on the bottom feel uncomfortable in any position. So, if it's reverse de la Riva, what's going to make you feel uncomfortable? If I can disconnect this,
Right.
you start to lose control. If you're in, say, collar sleeve, if I can get rid of this grip, now I can start to move back and get to the side. So just looking for disconnecting your connections from me and making you uncomfortable in any position.
Nice. So it sounds like one of the most important skill set is to identify what the meaningful connections are from your opponent, and then find a way to disconnect from that, and then assert your own dominant connection. Is that
Correct?
Is that correct?
Yep. Well put.
All right. Nice. So is this something that you will be going over in your masterclass as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So can you tell people like what are some of the themes and stuff that people can expect from doing this masterclass with you?
So I want to go over starting from passing, right from no grips, to some common pathways that I like to use. And I'm hopeful in the 2 hours that I'm going to transfer some knowledge to you and answer some questions that you may have on passing.
Nice. Yeah. So this is not a regular seminar. What we want to do is to do something that's very, very personal, right? So the masterclass will only be 10 spots. So this way, every single person can have a lot of time, right? Getting personal attention, personal coaching to make sure whatever it is that Brock's going to show you, you can actually implement it right into your game and then level up your game right after the masterclass. So that is what we're trying to accomplish. And so there's going to be a link. I think we can link it to either below in the comments, or you might see it somewhere here, because 10 spots, hit the link, register, and we would love to see you at the masterclass that's coming up. Bam.